Hello Aries, welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got a 7 of Cups to start us off. This might be a temporary feeling that you're stuck. Okay, that things aren't moving as quickly as you would like them to move. I feel that you're somebody who is starting to recognize the things that are weighing you down. Sometimes the 7 Cups can be anchors. It can be like we've got bricks in our backpack. We've got sandbags tied to our ankles, that it's getting difficult to move forward right now. I think this is a temporary thing. This energy is going to be active and I think dissipate very quickly. I think 24 or 48 hours is going to be kind of the time frame here. This is a temporary setback. Okay, this is this is like one of those 24-hour bugs. It's not going to be a long, drawn-out thing. It's going to happen very quickly. It's going to be over quickly, but it's going to feel kind of sticky while you're there. This could be a relationship issue. It could be really a feeling that you have, right? A feeling that almost like a sudden shock of like, why am I here? What am I doing? Right? Where is this going? It's that sort of terror that we sometimes feel on the path. Did I make the wrong choice? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I doing the right thing? Okay. Let's put this into a little bit of context and see how this is going to sort of work its way out of your life. Okay. So the 7 Cups, we've got a Prince of Cups. I like that. We've got the Fool underneath everything. We got the 8 of Cups behind. Okay. All right. We've got the Chariot. Yeah, nice. And a 4. Yeah, this is going to be a quick cycle for you. And I think that you've already made some progress here. We go from an 8 to a 7. I mean, the next step is going to be the 6, right? So I feel like you've been sort of like sloshing through the mud for a little while here. And I feel that 7 is kind of like we're starting to see that, okay, I'm going to get out of this. Okay, that this situation is going to pass by, I think, quite quickly. The Prince of Cups here is a very important card too, because it's a fixed water energy. No matter what is going on around you, you're choosing to stay firm, stay committed. It's kind of like you're in this kind of poisonous swamp. You're not drinking the water, right? And it's just, that. And it's like, I'll just be thirsty for a day or two. That's no big deal. Rather than drink this water, okay? So I think you are in a situation right now where there's some toxic energy around you. It could be that it's a holiday thing, family, could be friends, could be something at work. I'm feeling that there is a need for you to stay firm in your energy and not engage with that. I don't like throwing the toxicity around, but it could be that. Okay. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. We'll finish up with the Path of the Serpent, and then we'll get into these cards one by one. All right? So here we go. We have a 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, the Tower, and there's the 6, right? We've got 8, we've got 7, then we've got 6. And it's a 6 of Wands, too. It's not just that you're going to feel better, right? Because we could feel better by a lot of things, right? In a lot of ways, we can make ourselves feel better. That 6 of Wands is saying that, no, you're going to be doing better. You're going to really succeed through whatever this is. It's going to be a win for you, even though right now it feels like there's some toxic energy around you, and you're trying very hard not to interact with that, not to engage. Okay, it could be a particular person. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. Let's just set it down right here. And it's not Dwight K. Schrute, but I think today we're going to do Michael Scott as our guardian of the mystery card. And as always, Aries, you get to watch me scooch everybody else down the line. And we'll put Dwight at the end there. Okay. And everybody's favorite, Bob Ross, coming next. Okay. So on that card now, we're going to look at that at the end. And hopefully that will tie everything together and give us a sort of confirmation. Okay. If you have a prediction for that card, please put something in the comments. All right. Let's take a look around the room. We've got major, major, major. Okay. I like that we sort of have, we have the Fool, which represents a kind of freedom. It represents, in some ways, walking the other way, abandoning everything, and just sort of hitting the road, taking a hike. But then we have the Chariot, which is commitment, which is discipline, steadfastness, persevering on the path, right? It's easy in that, especially in an 8 and a 7 of Cups, it's easy to walk away. That would be the easy thing, and there's this underlying desire in you to just throw it all away and start over, right? But then what you're trying to focus on, what you're really trying to do, I think, is to stay the course. Stay committed. This is a situation in your life right now that you're devoted to it. You don't want to run away, walk away, leave, abandon it, give up, quit, or start over. So we have that Chariot at the top, which is saying, like, look, just keep your armor on. Keep driving steadily through this swamp, and you will get out of this mud. Okay? And we've got the Tower as the energy we don't want. What we don't want is to lose our temper. What we don't want is to totally ruin this thing that you've already been building. And I can see that you've been building it. And so this is a matter of don't drink the water. Okay? Don't engage with this toxic energy around you right now. And I don't know, maybe it's related to a water sign person. Maybe it's even a Scorpio person. I don't want to throw Scorpio under the bus, but it could be. Okay. So we have our majors. We've got fire. Yeah, good fire. We've got the water energy in these few places. We don't have any air. We've got a little bit of earth. Really, the main deal here is going to be the water energy. 1, 2, 3, 4 water cards. Okay, so there's a preponderance of that water energy. I think we're deep in our feelings right now. We definitely feel some kind of way about something going on. It's not a good feeling, right? But with the 5 of Cups, it's kind of nice because then it's almost like we know that this is going to pass. And so we're choosing not to engage. We're choosing not to identify. What do I always say about the 5 of Cups? That the pleasant and unpleasant emotions are like waves. They come upon us and they wash away. We're not identified with that. Right? When we get a negative emotion, we don't cling to it. We don't engage with it and attach ourselves to it. We just let it wash away. So I feel like maybe this is a slow-moving wave, right? Very thick or viscous kind of fluid. Sounds gross. But, it is. It is, because this is gross, right? Look at that. It's a sludge. It's a toxic slime, right? So it's going to take maybe a little bit longer to wash away from you and for a fresh wave of water to come forth. But all we can really do is wait it out and try to control ourselves and not react to it, because reacting may bring about an unwanted tower event, an unwanted disruption or destruction of what you've built already. Okay, so if this is at work, there's somebody toxic at work, don't worry. That whatever energy they're bringing is going to fizzle out. It's going to wash away quickly. You're either going to kind of develop a resistance to it, or you're going to find something better to focus on, or they're going to the garbage will take itself out. You know what I mean? So don't engage with it. It's kind of Spirit's way of saying there's nothing you really need to do right now. Let things play out over the next day or two, and you're going to have a restoration of your confidence. It's going to be a win for you. And you don't even have to do anything, right? It couldn't get any better than that, But the person, I think you're engaged in, not engaged with in this interaction. Okay, in this relationship, I feel like it's kind of, you're keeping your distance. You're maybe have to interact with this person at work, let's say at home, at school, or whatever it is. So you may have to try to be nice and try to just be, kind of just generally courteous and so forth, right? This is a person that is, I think you're able to recognize them as being very two-faced. You're able to kind of recognize that they don't really mean well, but they maybe project this sort of over-the-top, nice and kind, somebody that you meet them and they just seem they're way too nice, that it's like covering up something else, I feel like this is the person. This is that kind of a person. But I feel like you're able to really see what they're all about, and you can feel that sort of, and you're someone that really trusts your feelings. If you got an uneasy feeling in your gut about something or someone, trust it. Okay? Distance yourself from them as much as you can, energetically at the very least. Okay? Because you're usually right about people, aren't you? You usually have a good or bad feeling of somebody, and it's usually that black and white. It's either good vibes or not so good vibes. And this is a person, they may not be a water sign, okay? But their vibes are not all that pleasing to you. Yeah. I think also with the fixed water energy that we have with that court card, that is also an indication of your energy trying to keep your hands clean, trying to keep your energy clean from that situation, and stay true to yourself and what you believe in, and go steadily forward. Okay, you're not drinking the water here. As a representative of some of your energy, this card's very clean. Okay, it's not as swampy as this, and you don't want to mingle in there. You don't want to get swampy in that. Right, by interacting with this person, or by sinking to that level of whatever is going on in your life right now. It could be family, friends, could be coworkers, whatever it might be. Underneath everything, the Fool. You're a person that can start over when you need to. You have no problem walking away from something. In fact, you kind of like it. You like starting over. You're someone that enjoys a refresh, right, of things. And I think that's sort of what we're waiting for now, but we're supposed to tame this energy a little bit. Okay? The refresh will come. We see the Four of Wands in the future position. So that resolution is going to happen. We've got to try to get a handle on the Fool so we don't end up literally walking away or quitting our job or leaving the house or whatever it is, Maybe there is a bit of advice there too. Distancing yourself as much as you can. If you can go outside and take a break and go do something else for a while, that would be advisable. If you do not have to be stuck close quarters in this situation with this person, now maybe it's not a particular person, maybe it's sort of just like the energy of the group, right? If you can do something else for a day or two, do it, right? If you can take your mind off of it by doing something else, right? The Fool is an energy that really doesn't care. And there's a little bit of nonchalance here, right? There's a little bit of freedom in not giving a crud about anything. So if we can be this energy a little bit, now not absolutely, because if we didn't care about anything, we'd end up getting a tower moment after tower moment after tower moment, right? Because the Fool can be very inconsiderate. The Fool is someone, a pure fool is someone that really does not care about anyone or anything. Not even themselves, not even the work you're doing, not even other people. And so that could be a problem, right? So we need to balance the Fool energy with the very disciplined chariot energy. You want to have a little bit of Fool, right? But you want to have still the devotion and the commitment. If you stay devoted to what you're doing, the reason why you're here, okay, in this situation, if you stay devoted and committed to that, you stay true to that, then the Fool has a little bit of slack. The Fool, you can choose what to not give a crud about, right? You give a crud about your work, about what you're doing, why you're here, the people you love, the purpose, all of that, yes. What you don't care about is that energy, that person, that situation, that drama, that toxicity, whatever it is, we're backing away from it as much as we can. And we're taking a little walk around the block if we can, if it's not too cold where you live. So use that Fool energy. And maybe this is really saying, let's just kind of do something different. Let's do something else for a while this situation, while this toxic water slowly flows through your life and hits the road, Now, in the background position, we've got the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is a card that generally is about hopelessness, right? It may be a feeling kind of in the back of your mind, maybe yesterday's energy, that this situation would never end, okay? That we thought we were somewhere that literally was going to be like this forever, right? But I think the 8 to the 7, I think, is a pretty good sequence of cards, because it does show that now, with the 7 of Cups looks pretty bad, right? It's green, toxic slime, yeah. But it's a 7. There's love here, right? There is a confidence here. There's almost this underlying belief that things are going to be okay. Things will change. Things are progressing, right? When we're in the 8 of Cups, this is what really feels like nothing's going to change. Nothing at all, right? This is that really stuck feeling, because it's an 8. It's just it's looping. It's a figure 8, right? It's the lemniscate. It's infinitely looping back in on itself. It's never going to change. Things get bad, they get worse. They get bad, they get worse. It's always there, right? It feels eternal. And in some ways, this could be yesterday, this could be today, tomorrow, and then we're going to see the victory. So I think 48 hours, you're going to see a lot of this energy move out of your life. Okay. I do think the 8 of Cups was a previous energy for you that really was on the verge of giving up. You really were just saying, you know what, I'm gonna go full fool, and just completely abandon this because we just can't stomach this anymore, right? But now we sort of get the feeling that, okay, things are moving. We're seeing, it's like you're standing in line forever, right? At the DMV or something, and the line hasn't been moving. Hasn't moved in hours. I've been standing there at the DMV. We're just about to go home. We're just about to say, well, you know what? I wasted 8 hours of my day, but I'm just going to go home because this line is not moving. Okay? We're not going to yell and scream and throw a fit and cause a scene, are we? No. We're just going to leave. Or we're going to say, you know what? Any minute now, that line's going to start moving. And I think if we can restrain that, it could be a really strong desire to just leave or yell and scream and throw a fit, which we're not going to do. But if we can restrain that fool that just wants to run away the other direction and be free, it would be nice. We've been in the DMV for 8 hours. It'd be nice to get outside, sunshine, fresh air, and just, to be alone for a minute. But if we can hold out, the line will start moving. And once the line starts moving, it's going to start going quickly. Okay? And I think that's sort of where we are now. We don't want to leave this situation before things really start moving. I think you're in that position now where you're trying to stay true to yourself because you're seeing that, okay, I think it's getting ready to move. I think this energy is getting ready to start flowing out. Of course, the chariot up top here, you do believe in what you're doing. This might be a family thing. Kind of feels more like family than anything. Maybe there's a family member who's visiting. Maybe there's a situation. Maybe there's a misunderstanding. Maybe there's well, the one thing I want to point out is that there's no swords cards here. So there's no communication happening, which is good but also bad. It's good because maybe you don't need to interact with this person or these people or this energy because we can't really trust the words that are going to come out of our mouths, But at the same time, maybe that's part of the problem is that there hasn't been any communication. It feels like there's a stalemate. It feels like there's just this toxic energy between everybody, just the bad vibes between everybody. And you're just ready for that to go, right? And so that could be the situation. If it's a family thing, it's just like maybe everybody's over visiting or something, or staying for the holidays. And it's becoming a little too much, but you're trying to remind yourself, okay, I love these people, I love the holidays, I love my family, I love myself, I'm not going to do anything outrageous, I'm not going to cause a scene, I'm not going to throw a fit, I'm not going to lose my cool, it's going to be over soon. That feels like the vibe right now. And that's some of the chariot energy. We're just putting on the armor. We're gonna be impervious to any of the toxic energy coming at us, whether verbally or just energetically. And we're going to be very thankful when this thing wraps up. Okay, so there's a 4 of wands here in the future position. Things are going to conclude. This is the ball now is rolling. And really, this could be a work thing. It could be a relationship. It could be friends or family. It could be just kind of you and a creative project, right? It could be that you're feeling this toxic sludge right now related to not another person, but to the work that you're trying to do, the job, the business you're trying to build, the art project you're trying to complete. Okay? So it feels interpersonal to me, but it doesn't really have to be. So take that how it resonates. But what this tells me is that things are going to start rolling again. If you're feeling stuck, this is the wheel of the chariot, see? And it's going to start moving. You're going to get out of that mud. It might be really slow. Maybe it felt like you're just spinning your wheels in the mud. You couldn't get your car out of the mud. Now, I think you're seeing that, okay, we're getting there. It's going to start moving at any moment. And then with this, I think we see that it starts to pick up speed again. Things are starting to function and flow. Whatever that toxic energy is that's weighing heavy on everybody, weighing heavy on you, and making all of our motions, all of our movements just very slow, like we're just covered in very heavy slime, kind of a gross image, but we're going to see that we're starting to pick up speed again. Things are getting back to a normal, a normal playback speed rather than that slow motion type of energy. Okay, and whatever the issue is with this work or this person or this group of people, it's going to pass. I think there's no real need for communication right now. I think Spirit has taken all the swords cards away here because it's just saying there's really nothing to talk about now. There's no point in trying to open up this can of worms because it's just going to make things worse. But you're definitely somebody who's not afraid of starting over. Now, Spirit keeps telling me that. And I think that it's really like this Fool energy is starting to really tickle your insides, and you're like, I'm just gonna run away. I'm just gonna take off. I'm gonna disappear. I'm just gonna ghost this whole thing. Never gonna see me again. So I think it really, Spirit's way of saying, resist that energy. I know it's there, but try not to give in to that Fool impulse. Okay. Now, Path of the Serpent. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and, well, it supports the channel here, and we appreciate that. So the 7 of Pentacles is really the same thing. It's the 7, like the 7 of Cups. It feels that everything is covered by this toxic sludge, and there's no movement, right? Things are not progressing the way they're supposed to. Something that should be growing and events that should be taking place, and this sort of cause and effect, a causal chain of events, seems like it's just been, it's like when you put too much oil in the car and the pistons can't move. It's like when, the mechanical parts of something just got too caked with oil and grease and sludge that they just can't move. And so we're sort of waiting for that blockage to clear. And then I feel like you're really going to start making progress again. Things are going to start moving quickly. Things are going to start happening. It almost feels like you're right for the next 48 hours. You just got to sit and wait. Or go do something else for a little while to distract yourself. But basically waiting for this energy to clear, waiting for the blockage to clear. The idea with the 7, though, is that you are confident and hopeful that you will be victorious. It's a 7. It's the number of Venus, of love. Right? It's beauty triumphant. It's kind of saying, I know I'm going to get a 6. It's like we're playing dice. We're saying, I know I'm going to roll the 6. Or whatever. I don't know if that's how it works. we're confident that we're confident that the next roll is going to be whatever, I don't know, whatever number you're looking for, the 6, right? And that's this is Venus in Aries too. So I think that the way you want things to look, the beauty that you know is right there about to happen, is what's keeping you going. Okay, that's success. And the beauty, of course, of that Venus beauty, right? Beauty is the number 6 itself. And that's what we have at the end, right? In the position of the environment, we've got the 5 of Cups, a disappointment. And it feels literally like a disappointment. It feels like this energy that's washed over you now is taking a long time to wash away, and it's just making us feel not so good about things. We're feeling disappointed, maybe disappointed in ourselves, disappointed in our relationship with other people. It just feels like things are just not good right now. Okay? And if this is a particular person in your life, it feels that we're ready for that energy to depart, right? And whether this is someone who's sort of visiting your life and we're sort of ready for them to get back on the road, or if this is, I don't know, I can't help but feel that either it's at home or at work or something like that, where there's a guest, right? There's a guest that you really don't like. And we're just sort of trying to smile and be polite, but hurry up and move along, you know. But at least with the 5 of Cups, there is movement now. That water energy is starting to move. So I think we're beginning to see they're packing their bags up, they're getting ready. It looks like the line's going to start moving at the DMV. So we're getting a little bit happier, right? We're ready for our feelings to change. We can feel it. We can feel that change coming. I'm right on the cusp of joy. I'm just, any minute now, I'm going to get out of this toxic sludge and I'm going to be jumping for joy. The celebration is so close. And we can feel it. Yeah. But we got to get over the Tower. The Tower is the obstacle. The Tower is really throwing it all away. Okay. The Tower, is the energy we don't want. We don't want to blow the whole thing up. Yeah. We don't want to destroy what we've built so far. It's kind of like you're constructing something, let's say a big model or something, right? You get to a certain point and you start to sort of hate it. You start to feel like it feels disgusting being here. But yet I'm trying to just say, okay, I want to finish this. I want to keep going. But there's a point in the process of building anything where you get this impulse to smash it, especially if you make a mistake, especially if you kind of reach a point where it feels like you can't make any more progress. You don't really know what to do. You can't figure it out. Or you don't like the way it looks. Or you just sort of stand back and you look at it and you think, this looks terrible. It's like me when I would try to build one of those gingerbread houses, right? They look terrible. You put the frosting on it, you put the bread together, and mine just always looked terrible. And so I really just I just wanted to smash it and say, I give up, I quit, I don't even care, right? But no, you finish it, it looks how it looks, and you feel good because you finished it. You don't smash it, right? I think that's kind of the fool with the Tower, you know? We have this impulse to just smash it and either walk away and maybe not even start over. Maybe it's just like, I don't even want to build this stupid gingerbread house anymore. Every time I do it, it looks really bad, really bad, right? And I don't know why. I don't know how to do that kind of stuff, right? Anytime I try to construct anything with my hands, it doesn't look as good as I picture it. And so there is that impulse always. I've tried to do like little model airplanes and stuff as a kid. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Maybe I don't have the patience, whatever it is. But there comes a point where you just want to smash it. But you're not going to do that because you know that if you can overcome this impulse, then you will achieve what you set out to achieve. That this will be a success. This will be a win, a victory. Victory over ourselves. I did it. I finished this stupid thing. And now I can be done with it, right? Whether this is a holiday thing with family, whether this is a work thing or a project you're doing personally. We want to have that satisfaction of being, the line's moving, I get to the front of the DMV, I pay my fine, and I can leave. Yay. I mean, it's just, it's a relief. It's a celebration because we're done with it. It's a victory that I was able to do it. I didn't lose my shit at the DMV, able to push through and get that victory. I think this is going to be really sad. I think a couple of days, just give it a couple of days. Yeah. Let's look at our mystery card here, Aries. Emperor, right? It's got to be the Emperor, or it's got to be some very good water energy. I'd like to see a 3, 6, 9, or 10 of cups, or the Emperor. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. Another 4 of Wands, right? This 4 of Wands is interesting. In the Rider-Waite deck, the 4 of Wands is always fun. I always love this card because you can't tell. Is this somebody coming and you're waving hello and you're being greeted by someone? Or is this somebody who's leaving and the people here are saying bye? Hit the road. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bon voyage, right? I kind of think that this is somebody leaving. This is an energy leaving your life, and you're waving and you're celebrating, and it's kind of like you're so happy when something that you don't want leaves your life. When the trash takes itself out, we're overjoyed, right? And let yourself feel that. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be happy when something's over, right? And so I think that your victory is a victory over yourself, controlling yourself, containing yourself, and doing what you need to do despite the feelings. And then you get that 4 of Wands. The thing concludes, the energy leaves, the person leaves, the holidays are over, whatever it might be. And you're thinking, okay, that feels good. It's a relief, right? I really feel that this is you waving goodbye to that toxic energy. I think this is a very good confirmation. Now, we're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Aries are on Mondays and Fridays, so be sure to watch both readings. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Yeah. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together. That's cold.